Hey everybody, it's Ed, AC3IK. In this video, we're going to go over the FTM150 right here on Ham Radio John. Okay, folks, finally, after about a couple of weeks of trying to get this started and some fumbles, I finally decided to get this review completed. So I'm going to do a quick review of the FTM 150. Now I know Jason Ham Radio 2.0 has already done his review of the radio. So I thought I'll leave a link in the description because I think he does a better job than I'll do since this is my first review. So let's get started. So here it is. It's a Butte Clark. Here, the FTM 150, a dual receive radio. So if you are a satellite tracker, this is the radio for you. This is dual receive. As you can tell, there are two sets of VFO knobs and two volume knobs. So when you power it up, you're going to see two sets of frequencies on here. One will be the primary, one will be the sub. So you'll be able to transmit on one and listen on the other. And once we get this puppy hooked up again, I'll show you how it looks. Also, from what I found out, or at least what Jason pointed out, there is a micro SD card slot right over here, so you can basically save your programming, your settings, and also I believe you can record off of this. So in case you get some bothersome lids who like to bug your repeater or local repeater, that is. Also, on this side, as you can tell, there is a microphone jack right here. The nice thing is, and I'll show you this in a second, this is a detachable. Oh, by the way, there's a speaker right here, and it sounds really nice. There's a speaker right here, and if you can take off, also comes apart. Let's see, give me 1 second. As you can see, there's a screw for a mount that you can put this on your Lido mount, or I think hook it somewhere else in your car. So this is just like the 891 has the detachable head. The one thing I am a little bit peeved, or I should say too peeved, but there is no long extended control cable for this. So you can, that would come with it. Like the 891 does come with it, this doesn't. That's okay. You can probably get one at your local Best Buy or whatever, or you can just order it straight from Yaesu. And here's the other thing that I know Jason pointed out, and I think this is also in the FTM 500, is the fact that there's another mic port here, so you can hook up a microphone or PTT up here in case you want to do that in your car. So this is really cool. Now let's take a look let me put this back on. Give me 1 second. And now let's take a look at the back. So you see you got your antenna port right here, cooling fan. You have two external speaker ports. This one looks like it's blocked off, so I guess you have to probably take out the plug here. I know Josh said in the FTM 500, you can use stereo for that. I'm not sure about this radio or not. I have not seen that in the manual. Yes, I've read the manual. Forgive me, QRZ, for I have sinned. And also, here's a data port right here. And according to the manual, this is if you want to clone this radio with maybe a friend's radio, if you want to bring over their settings, or in case this one gets damaged or a spare, whatever, this is for you. I'm not sure if you can do anything else with it at this point. I don't have the equipment to take care of that. Also, this does do 55 watts on high power for 2 meters and 50 watts for 70 centimeters. Jason has a power meter in his video. Go check it out. It's really cool. It does very well. Also, again, the sound is incredible. So with that, give me a couple minutes. Let's hook this puppy up and see what it does. Okay, we're back. Now, before I fire this puppy up, a couple things I forgot to point out. One is the PTT. You get this with the keyboard extension and mute button at the top. Also, you have memory buttons down at the bottom, P1, P2, P3, P4. Let's see, I believe ABCD is the same thing. I'm not exactly sure. Again, check the manual. So I have that. Also, one thing Jason had pointed out is that this mounting bracket, The mounting bracket's pretty cool because there's a little lever on the side. You can take this and slide this right off. So if you say mount this in your car, or you get a rack or some type of shelving in your house and your shack, you can mount this up here. And if you need to, you can take the radio out and say if you need to fix the antenna or a wire or something to that effect, you have that. So that's perfect. So let's fire this baby up. Oh, let's turn on this. Turn on the power supply first. That would always work. And pardon the hiss, that's the switching supply. And it's my MFJ 25 amp power supply. So let's fire it up. As you can see here, hopefully you can see on the camera, there's the amber screen. It's kind of old school, as Jason would say, because you have the monochrome screen. But I like it because the numbers are very large. The print is very large on this. It makes it easier to read. So let me switch, hold on for 1 second. Let me put that back on standard. But so you can see here, they have the 2 frequencies. Now, for now, I just have it set up with the left is my 70 centimeter for the local repeater that I have, and there's the 2 meter side for this as well. But again, this would be perfect if you want to do satellites, because then you can take put your uplink and your downlink frequencies in there, and Bob's your uncle, so you're good to go. Let's check out some of these things here. So right now you see the S's on the bottom. That's for the regular processing. So if you get any receiving signals, you'll probably hear a hiss in the background. But once you hit ASP, I wish I could do a demo for that, maybe in another video. The S, or at least the hissing, is gone. The sound quality is fantastic. Again, you can probably hear it on you should be able to hear it on Jason's video. So that's something that's absolutely wonderful. So, and here you have the band button. So you can switch over bands. I can read 144. You have, let me go back. There we go. You can switch it over. And also, if you notice, the larger number is the number you can transmit with. Sorry for pointing. It's like, and the smaller number is just you just receive from that. If you want to switch, just push on the VFO button, and that will bring up the 2 meter. So now you're going to be able to listen to the 2 meter or transmit on the 2 meter side. Okay, all right. And let me go through that. There is a way, if you want to just see one frequency on the screen, there's a way I'll show you in about a couple minutes. The other way to do that is to hold the band scope button, and what it'll do is, actually, you can see here, this is pretty loaded. The 2 meter button, or the 2 meter side rather, shows the scope, and you just see the signal frequency right there. Okay. Let's see. Okay. If you want to switch sides, go back to here. Okay. Actually, let's try this again. All right. Take 2. Okay. So, as you can see here, you see the 2 frequencies. If you want to switch between the 2, all you got to do, if you want to transmit on the right frequency on the right-hand side, you just hit the VFO button here, and that will bring up, in this case, the 2 meter frequency you can transmit on here. But if you want to go back, you just hit the VFO button on the left, and that'll bring you back to the left-hand side. Now, if you want to just display one frequency, there's a couple of ways to go about doing it. First, you can hit the band scope button, press down on that, long press it, and you'll get just the one side. Now, again, if you want to switch over to the other frequency, just hit the VFO button on the right, and then go back to the one on the left, and that'll bring you back to, in this case, the 70 centimeter. So this also has a PMG. This is the programming button. So if you want to go program your frequencies or repeaters in here, this is the perfect place to do it. You'll also have the same thing with VFO and memory. You go back here, and of course, this is the dreaded deep F menu button, or actually, you can go into the quick menu right here. Goes from up here. You have it from memory to VFO, keypad, transmit power, repeater reversal, and repeater ARS. Just a quick note, ARS is the automatic repeater shift, and that's one other wonderful thing. I think it's on a few other EAC radios where you can go to repeater, key up on it, and then it'll automatically shift towards the transmit frequency. So the only thing you'll have to program in is the CSS tone or PL tone, so you can key up on the repeater. So moving forward, hit the F menu again. Actually, can push down on it. Should be able to. I don't know why it's not responding. There we go. Okay, let's go back to here, and I hit the deep F menu. And this menu is similar to the 891, except it's a little bit simpler. So you have your keypad. Let's go to, you have your band scope. You can adjust your S meter symbol if you like. The backlight color. Oh, here's something I wanted to bring up. The backlight color can be changed. I heard rumors that you can use multiple colors, but unfortunately, it's only two, which still isn't bad. You have this, amber, and you can switch it over to white. So it looks similar to the 891. So let's go back to, actually, let's stay in here for now. Let me see here. Okay, go back into the F menu. Change that back to amber. Okay, oops. Go back to the F menu again. And just go through the list, like transmit power, Vox gain. There's also, let's see if I can find it. This is the subband. This is the other method to just display one signal frequency. If you go in here in menu item 14, subband, press on here, and then press on the subband, and what it'll do is shut it off. And lo and behold, you have one single frequency displayed on your radio. So we can go back here, we can turn it back on again. Okay, press that. And then for here, subband mute, this is, let me go back. All right. The subband mute base, what it does is it'll mute, say this is the primary band or frequency, and here's the subband right here, the 147, 195. That will pretty much be muted if you do use that process. And the mute, if you say you didn't want to hear this side of the channel, you can hit subband mute, and that will this is your subband, so that will mute any signals that are coming through if you just want to hear the ones like the primary side. So let's see. Here we go. I go back in here. Righty. Let's see what we have. Memory list, programming. You have the repeater, ARS, the automatic shifting. You want to turn that on or off, or auto. They have the band skip, repeater shift. You can do it manually, and also the frequency, and the repeater reverse. Not sure what that is. You can program your mic, what kind of steps you want to use to use on your VFO, and so forth. So that's pretty much it. Not much else, but also the sound quality is fantastic. And let me go back to the main menu here. Oops. Go back here. And if you notice, again, S, and this is when you switch over to ASP, this will trigger the audio signal processor. And
your radio club's radio override system. Our all-star link, those numbers is 2654. Our echoing call sign is stage 3F and L.
Isn't that a big difference? You hear the hissing in the background, and now it's all gone. Isn't that nice? Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. It's the FT150. I'll leave a link in the description for Jason's video again, because I think he does a better job than I do, but I thought it's about time I got this off and running. So hope you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully there'll be a few more videos coming out. One of the ideas I have is a charcoal grill ground plane, or at least from the lid. So I'll be working on that when the weather gets nicer. So hopefully you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. 73.